So Gunfire Games released a brand new trailer today for the latest Archetype and Remnant 2's upcoming DLC, which is the Forgotten Kingdom. This archetype is the Invoker, and let me tell you, it looks absolutely amazing. This archetype looks like it will thrive in multiplayer content. It can be a DPS, it can be a healer, and it can also be support. So whatever you want to do, you can even pair multiple invokers together to just make the game that much easier. I'm looking forward to doing this. All right, in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this archetype, the abilities, the traits, what they do, hopefully clear up anything that you didn't understand from the original trailer. And I'm going to do it as quick as possible because I do respect your time. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to. If not, ain't no big deal. All right, let's get into this. All right, now this archetype is the Invoker, and the Invoker basically draws its power from the elements, or as Gunfire Games says, the spirits of Yesha, but it's basically an elementalist. All the skills and abilities are based off drawing elements from the area and using it to your advantage. And pretty much all the abilities that they have are dual purpose because they give your party a buff while also damaging the enemies in some type of way. Now, first up, let's look at the prime perk for the Invoker, and this is called the Visionary. And this is pretty crazy because it doubles the base skill usage for all archetypes. So as you can see in the bottom right here where your skill is, not only do you just have your one use, you can use it twice. In addition to this, it also reduces all cooldowns on skills by 10%. So this just makes it even better because the cooldown is a lot lower and you get 2 uses. So I can see this being super powerful if you pair it right. Now, to make things even better, the Invoker has a trait and it's called Gifted. This increases the duration of all skills. So now you're basically going to have 2 skills that you can activate. Once you activate it, the cooldown is reduced by 10% and the duration of the skill lasts longer. So everything kind of moves in the right direction to line it up to be able to use it again. All right, now with the prime perk and the trait out of the way, let's get into the first skill. Now this one's called the Way of Kaeula, I believe it was pronounced. And what this does is summons a rainstorm, which gets everything nice and drenched, which causes damage over time. It's going to shoot out a tidal wave that does more damage. And then while the tidal wave is going and the rain is going and everything's all drenched and wet, go ahead and hit it with some thunder, do some more damage. Now the thunder is just going to keep happening while the skill is active. And with that increased duration, this thing could be pretty powerful. Now, when you're in a party setup, not only does this damage all of the enemies, but all of your allies in your party will get the haste ability. So all their skills are going to move faster. All of their gunfire is going to move faster. All around, this is pretty broken. Hopefully they balanced it right and it's not super broken, but it's definitely going to be fun. Now, the second skill is the Way of Meidra. Now, this is going to be more of a healer / support skill. So this is going to thrive in parties. Now, what this does is it kind of cleanses the ground, and any enemy that is hit by this gets the gloom effect, and gloom increases the elemental damage that is taken. So any elemental damage that the enemy gets after receiving the gloom will be enhanced. So having 2 invokers would make this even more crazier. Anything else that deals elemental damage, like your weapons that have elemental damage. Now, when you're in a party, all your allies are going to get a small heal burst, and then they're going to get a HP regen over time that's going to slowly heal them back up. And any enemy that is affected by the gloom that your party is doing damage to, they get the lifesteal effect. So they're actively healing themselves. So this is a super powerful heal and also increases the damage overall that everyone's going to do with elemental damage. Now, the final skill is the Way of Lydusa. Now, this skill is earth-based, and you can kind of see these little sand particles floating around. It looks like they're doing constant damage to the enemy. And what also happens with this is all the enemies that are hit with this receive the effect of brittle, and this increases the critical chance and critical damage that they take. Now, one thing I want you to pay attention to is the little stacks down here that are building up. Looks like we have 3 stacks. Now, these come from the additional damage that's happening from these little sand spirits that's floating around. Once you get so many stacks, you can use Sand Blast, which is going to cause massive damage to all the enemies in the area. So this one's looking like a pure DPS build here, and it's based off the earth element. So I'm sure you can imagine all the ways you can pair these invokers up to kind of synergize the abilities to get full maximum power out of all of them. It seems pretty cool. Definitely going to be experimenting with this next week when it comes out. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Tell me some of your synergy ideas. Let me know how you think it's going to work. I think it's going to be pretty cool myself and can't wait to try it. All right, I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. And as always, catch you on the next one.